Okay. Hi everyone. So I want to talk about how to feed your dog and when to feed your dog. So two things. One, a lot of people like wake up in the morning and take their dog out to potty and they immediately feed them, and that's kind of what the dogs expect. But is that biologically appropriate for your dog? And what is the best way to feed your dog that will help them mentally and physically throughout the day? So, number one, when you wake up in the morning, take your dog out to a potty, do what you need to do to get ready, but don't feed your dog right away. Ideally, you will take your dog for a walk first, at least a half an hour, if not more. Get them out, and then when you come home, it is really important that you feed them out of a toy instead of a bowl. Why is that? So your dogs need both mental and physical stimulation. The walk gives you the physical. The treat ball, or the toy that encourages them to both move and think at the same time, for a good 20 to 40 minutes. If it lasts less than 20 minutes, it's too easy for your dog and you need to try something different. Or you can work at making it harder for them. Sometimes a little bit of tape will do that to make whatever hole that they're getting the food out of a little bit smaller. But what is important is that they spend that 20 to 40 minutes constantly moving and constantly thinking to find their food. So like Tilly is showing us, which you can't see at the moment, but I'm sure she's going to come back around in this view in a minute. She's going to move around and she's going to continually eat out of that. And as she pushes it, small bits of her kibble fall out. So remember, I feed Tilly both the Open Farm raw mix prairie variety and raw. So I don't put her raw in that, obviously. I will use her raw for training because it's really high value. And so that's one way that I work. But even if you don't take your dogs for a walk until 10 a.m., they can wait, and they should wait. They should walk, they should think, but challenging, and then they should eat. Once you have those bases covered, your dog will be super tired, mentally and physically happy. And that's what's important, like their needs are met. So when you take your dogs for a walk, make sure that you are really challenging them physically. So when you get home, you can challenge them mentally, so then they can relax and be happy dogs and good dogs in your home. Do the same thing in the evening when you come home from work. Wait until you've taken them for a walk to then give them their dinner. It's really important for dogs to get that exercise out first, not only for their digestion, but you'll see a switch in their mental health as well. Here's a few toys that I happen to have on stock here, and I just grabbed my Kong stuff. I'll introduce other toys to y'all in other videos. This is a wobbler. This is great, however, it is pretty easy. This hole is pretty big. What I like to do is you can screw off the top. It's super easy to fill, which makes it really nice to use at home. But I'll use a little bit of duct tape, and I will put it on the inside of this and make this hole a little bit smaller. Kibble these days, especially the more high quality kibble, tends to be much smaller than the bigger, lower quality kibble that this is probably kind of designed for. So while this is great, and it's nice because it's weighted and it moves around, it might be a little too easy for some dogs. It's great for puppies or dogs that aren't super duper motivated food-wise. This is a Kong Genius, and this is a really fun one that the dogs tend to really like. It bounces around because of the rubber, and they like to move it around. What's really cool is Kong Genius comes in 2 different varietals. And these can actually be interlocked together. You can actually put them together to make it harder and to change the puzzle up for the dog. You can also get multiples of these and connect them, because this has 2 different points where the food comes out. Actually 3 technically at the very top. And so you can actually connect them and make the puzzle harder for them. So these are kind of nice because they're ever changing as much as you would like. When I feed my dogs out of feeder toys, I try and rotate them so I don't just have one toy. And I want them to have to do different things and think differently each time when they are eating. So here's 3 options for you to choose from. Again, I will come on here and explain and not explain, but I will show you some other products that I do really like as well for your dogs. Again, it should take them more than 20 minutes to eat their food. And I hope this really helps you all out, and I hope you have fun with this.